What up, YouTube? It's Aaron, your personal driver, and here I am on another new stream for drivers. Today we're going to be talking about the airport. So if you have questions about the airport, go ahead and sign on. Oh, this is not looking good. Looks like the stream is messing up. There it goes, it's back. Woo, that's some bad quality streaming. Okay, so let's get this introduction started. We're going to talk about the airport. We're going to talk about a couple of questions I had. And then we're going to go ahead and continue on with this. So here we go. Boom. Mystro! Okay guys, I'm back. I'm watching the stream here and I'm not happy with it. Is it messing up for you guys too? Oh, it looks like it's working now. Can everyone see me? No, there it goes. It's logging up. Let's see here. Video. Okay, I'm gonna reset, guys. I don't know what's going on. All the settings are correct, so I'm gonna cut it off here, and I'll be right back. This sucks. Sorry. Looks like I'm back. Is it working? It's working. Let's find out. Here we go. Is anyone watching? Oh my God, people are still watching. Hey, okay, looks like we're working. The stream is connecting fine. This is fantastic. Okay, so I'm gonna cheat, and then after this live stream loads, I'm just gonna edit the whole first part out. So, like magic, you know the chat box still isn't working though. I don't know. I know the chat box is working on here, but on the actual video recording, it's not. I don't know why. I don't know why. So I'm going to actually knock all this stuff out here. Sorry about the rough start, guys, but that happens sometimes when you're live streaming, is you got to do some things on the fly. Okay. Well, it still doesn't seem to be working. I don't know why the chat box isn't working. It makes me very sad on the inside. Okay. Oh, I think I found the glitch. Okay, guys, give me 1 second here. I think I figured out how to fix this problem. And it should magically appear here on the screen soon. Oops, that's the wrong button. Come on, you stupid live chat. No, it isn't working. All right, well, we're just going to have to go without a chat box. Sorry, guys. I don't know how to do that later. All right, so we got a lot of people on the live stream. A lot of people got kicked out. So let's start from the beginning here. David has a question. I'll answer your question in just a second, David. We got Tank said the chat is working. So what's up, Tank in the house? Albert's here. So what's up, Albert in the house? Dano Smith says, what's up? What's up, Dano? Albert is Dano in the house. Okay, David here. Okay, so right at this moment, I'm going to, T-Mobile hotspot sucks, yeah. So right now, at this very moment, I am going to pretend like the video is starting. I'm going to do the whole thing over again, start the intro, and then we'll go back in the video, since I'm basically going to cut the first part out. Okay, ready? Hey, Internet, it's Aaron, your person. Oh, no, I say YouTube on the live stream. Verizon for the win. Hey YouTube, it's Aaron, your personal driver, and today I'm going to be talking to you about the airport. Should you be in the airport queue? A lot of new people are very frustrated or confused or very sad about the airport, so I'm here to answer all your airport related questions. We're also going to do a little asking me anything if you'd like to, so at any time ask me a question in the chat. We're going to cover the new Patreon stuff I got going on the channel, and I reach 1,000 subscriptions, which means I have a giveaway to give on this stream. So with further ado, let's go, let's go, let's go! Mystro! So welcome back, guys. So we have a lot of people in here chatting. Welcome back to the stream. If this is your first time here, go ahead and subscribe and hit the dumb YouTube bell icon so you can get notifications anytime I go live or upload anything for you guys. If this is not your first time, hey, welcome back. It's always good to have you guys on the stream. Don't forget to go ahead and leave comments on the live stream if you'd like to, or if this is a replay, you're watching a replay, go ahead and leave comments below about how you do airports in your particular market. So today we're going to go over a lot of things, guys, but first, David C. has a question about insurance. So I'm going to answer this real quick. I'm going to have to obviously read this because the chat isn't working for the replay purposes. David C. says, quick question. I haven't signed up fully with Uber or Lyft, but my insurance carrier asked if I was planning on using either service or providing service because they won't insure me. So, David, I did an entire 45-minute live stream on this very topic. So go back at the end of this stream if you want to get a full in-depth explanation. I gave you 5 insurance companies that cover for rideshare. The answer is Uber and Lyft both provide you with insurance, but not all the time. So only are you fully covered when there's a passenger in the car and you're driving that passenger. At all other times, there's limited coverage or no coverage at all. Also, your personal insurance won't insure you if you do rideshare and the app is on. So there are 5 companies. It's about $10 to $20 a month depending on your particular area, background, and the company that you choose. Okay, for me it's $10 a month. I use USAA, but I give you an entire explanation of all the different phases. Just go back there. It's under the new driver live streams. It's help insurance companies. So go ahead and check that video out, David. Yes, you should always be honest with your insurance company because what you don't want to do is get in an accident. Yeah, so here in the live chat, we have David says, congrats on 1,000. Yeah, we're going to talk about it in just 1 second. Thank you. Sorry, I've still got this cold. I can't shake it. Everything's going wrong today. The live stream isn't working. The chat isn't working. I still got the cold. I feel a lot better, though. Tank says, more and more insurance companies are now offering rideshare add-on. It's becoming more common each and every day. Yes, that's completely true. Do not do insurance, or do not do it without insurance. Not worth it. I agree. I agree with that. Good information. It's called gap insurance. It's called rideshare insurance. Some people call it rideshare insurance. And if your agent should know about it. If the insurance company you're with right now doesn't offer that, just get into an insurance company. Trust me, it's not worth it to drive uninsured. One of the most common things I see in all of these online forums I'm a part of is someone saying, oh no, I got in an accident. Lyft isn't helping me. Uber isn't helping me. The insurance company is giving me the runaround. It's not worth it. Just don't do it. You know, make sure that all your bases are covered and you're doing insurance. Okay. So we are at the 1,000 subscriber mark, guys. So that means there's 2 important features now that you can do. You can use what's called a super chat if you want to. It's available in your chat box in most countries, not all countries. If you'd like to donate something to the channel, that's fantastic. And you can also do what's called Patreon. And at the end of this video, I'll go more details about that. But from now on, all of my videos, at the end of them, will have a link to my Patreon page. And also in the description, I'll have the link to the Patreon page too. That's where you, the viewer, can help me out. Right now, I'm working on getting new lighting because this is currently my light. That's right, guys. I'm using a desk lamp currently for my lighting on my videos. So I would like to get a more professional look to my live stream and actually purchase a more professional light, but they do cost about 250 bucks. And so that's what my Patreon drive is, just to let you guys know. That's what I'm doing. Dano Smith says, hit the like button and get us more viewers. Thank you, Dano. Exactly. And Tank's driver says, good information. That's correct. So today our main topic is going to be on airports because it's a pain in the ass. So here's the deal. I can't talk about every airport. The airport in your state, in your city, is going to be vastly different from the airport in my state and my city. In fact, if your state has more than one airport, I guarantee you the rules are going to be different. David C says, sweet lamp. Yeah, it was like 25 bucks on Amazon. One day I'll do a tour of my office. All of it is secondhand stuff, basically. So, or everything's under $50 in here. That's how I started. That's not true. My microphone was 100 bucks, I think. That's the snowball. I call it the blue ball, but it's the snowball. And anyway, that was probably the most expensive thing I bought. I digress. So airports. There are two main things that go on in airports, which is kind of obvious. There's a drop off and a pick up, and that sounds like kind of like basic, like everyone should know that. Like, you're an idiot, Aaron. Like, why am I watching your live stream to hear about, yeah, you drop off and pick up at the airport? But the reason I'm telling you that is because there's going to be two separate procedures in your city at the airport pickups. Dylan Adams says, do you have experience working at PDX? Yes. So I'm actually going to use PDX as an example because I love the PDX airport. Like, people don't know, but Portland's International Airport is the envy of the rideshare world. It is an amazing place, okay? So we'll get into that, Dylan, a little bit later. As a little bit like of a hook to keep you guys to the end, at the end, I'm going to give you guys an amazing business idea that you can make money on the side. So, but I'm not going to get that to the end to keep you guys watching the live stream, okay? But while you're waiting in the airport queue, I got a business proposition for you that's going to blow your mind. So I digress. There are two things that involve the airports. That's the pickup and the drop off. Now, everything is going to be different in your city. Uber and Lyft should have something either on their website or in the app that will give you more details. And if you're new and you're not quite sure how to navigate those like websites or the phone, just contact the support and they will give you the link you need to get to your area. I don't know every rule for every state, okay, guys? So I can't tell you what they are. I can just give you a general idea based on a couple different places I've worked, one of them being Portland. So first off, the easiest thing to do is drop off. Every airport has different rules. Some have specific locations for you to drop off. So like they'll have a designated area. There's like a general population drop off. There's usually going to be like a bus drop off, like for like public buses. There's usually a taxi drop off, and some airports will combine Uber and taxis into transportation services, and so you go there. Okay, so you have two options basically. The first is have a removable Uber and Lyft tag in your car and then remove it, and so no one can see it, and then take the risk and drop off in general population. If you don't know what you're doing, that's the safest, easiest bet. Because if you already have a passenger in your car, you've never been to the airport before, it is too late to look up where you're going to drop them off at, because they're in your car and you can't be reading stuff on your phone. So if you're new, you get a ride at the airport, you've never been there before, just remove your Uber stickers or Lyft sticker. And for those of you who have it on your window, well, that's your first mistake. Don't have a permanent sticker on your car. There's plenty of different add-ons that you can have. In California, you can't even display both, so you better have temporary for both, because how are you going to do Uber and Lyft at the same time? So remove your sticker, go to general population. It's more risky, but it's better than just doing nothing. Now, if you've never been to the airport and you're new and you haven't gone yet, it behooves you to go figure out where you're going to drop off, okay? Because trust me, once you're on the way, it's too late. Okay, so now you drop somebody off. That's relatively easy. It'll be harder for the Port Authority or airport security or the police or whoever governs your particular airport to give you a ticket, if you don't have any Uber stickers, and then you just drop someone off at the curb. Hey, you know what? Sometimes in business you gotta do what you gotta do. What about pickups. So, generally speaking, all airports are first in, first out, which means that there is a staging location somewhere. Sometimes it's a parking lot, sometimes it's in the airport, sometimes it's off of the airport. Usually it's called the waiting lot, airport queue lot. I mean, there's a lot of different names for it, but it is an area where you'll go. It's the same thing with taxis, when they don't have an app. They just get in a long ass line and it's first in, first out. There's usually like a taxi dude who directs traffic, who's like the taxi god, and he stands at the front line and says, you're next, you're next, you're next. And it's a pretty corrupt system. A lot of taxi cabs complain about it because you pay the guy under the table, and sometimes he puts you in the front even though it's not your turn because, you know, taxi cabs are horrible. But we have an electronic app. So that means that once you get to the staging lot, the airport lot, the queue lot, whatever you want to call it, you're assigned a number between 1 and whatever the maximum is for your airport. Here in Seattle, we've had up to 355. So I know there's at least a way to get to 355 in queue, which sounds crazy. And you basically wait. You wait for your turn. And once your turn comes up, there'll be a designated pickup spot. It's usually, well, most of the time, there's a sign or something that says, you know, like pick up here, or TNC drivers here. For Seattle, it's actually in the main parking lot. The second level of the parking lot is where you pick up for both taxi cabs and for Uber. There's a parking lot for both taxis and Uber that's across the street from the rental place. Okay? So it's important that you find this area because you can't pick up at the airport. Now, something else I should say here is a lot of airports have either banned or are trying to ban Uber and Lyft. So there's no way to pick up at the airport officially. You got to do it on the down low. For a while, that's the way it was at Seattle. What would happen is people would walk across the street from the airport to the Hilton and request an Uber from the Hilton parking lot. It was like an unofficial waiting lot. And the Hilton didn't like it very much. But now you can pick up at the airport in Seattle. So that stopped happening. But your airport may not have, or may not allow rideshare drivers to pick up at the airport. So that means you need to either get on a Facebook page for your area or a Reddit page for your area and find out where the unofficial official pickup area is and wait there if you're going to pick up at the airport. The next thing I want to talk about is regulations. Okay, so once you've mastered the drop-off and the pickup locations, you know, where you can drop off, where you can wait, and where you can pick up people, the next thing you have to worry about is airport regulations. That's going to be different everywhere too. Generally speaking, you need some kind of permit to pick up commercially at an airport. Now, sometimes you have to pay a fee. Sometimes you just have to fill out paperwork, all that kind of stuff. But that's going to depend on the airport and your location. I can't tell you what that's going to be. The best thing to do is to contact the airport, and I'm sure they'll know. Or you can email Uber Help or call Uber Help or Lyft Help, and they might be able to give you some resources. But you are going to have to go ahead and figure out what that permit is going to be. So in Portland, one of the reasons I rent a car in Portland is all the Uber and Lyft cars already have airport numbers on them, so I don't have to deal with any of that BS. When I rent a car, when I do rideshare in Portland, it's easy for me to go to the airport because all the rental cars are already registered. But you might, have to do it yourself. In Seattle, there currently isn't any paperwork needed, but in a lot of places there are, so we don't need it. But in Seattle, it has a unique regulation that isn't like the rest of the country. In Seattle, you have to have 44 miles per gallon or higher in order to pick up at the airport, which means you either need an electric car, which I have, or a hybrid car that gets better than 44 miles per gallon. So generally speaking, if you're going to be at the Seattle airport and use either a taxi or Lyft or Uber, you're going to be picked up in a Prius or some other hybrid equivalent because you have to have 44 miles per gallon to pick up there. And they won't even let you in the queue. Joshua says, good afternoon, y'all. Hey, everyone, give Joshua a big clapping hands. He's the first Patreon I have. His name's in the ticker too. So he's in there. Let me hold on. Let me give an emoji clap here. There's a strong arm, and then we'll give a thumbs up. Where's the thumbs up? Oh, how about a fist? Yeah, fist bump, and then we'll clap. Boom, clap, clap, clap. What's up, Joshua? Thank you for being my first Patreon. Woo woo! Starting off good, man. Starting off good. Okay. So, regulations. Okay, that's step 3. So, let me start from the beginning. First thing you have to figure out is where you're allowed to drop your customers off. If you don't know and you're already on your way, well, remove your Uber and Lyft stickers so no one knows that you're doing for rideshare to avoid a ticket. 2, where do you need to go to wait? Where's your lot queue? Okay, find that location and get in that queue. 3, where do you pick up your passengers once it's your turn in the lot? 4, are there any regulations that you need to have at the airport? And Uber and Lyft are generally pretty good at telling you what those are. Okay, so now we're going to move into the philosophy of airport queues and whether you should do it or not. Hint, you shouldn't. Joshua says, being a serial entrepreneur myself, I had to give you some support. Well, thank you very much. Or how do those Asian girls do that? Is that racist to say that? Heart. There's a heart. Kinda. There he is. There's the heart. There you go, Joshua. Thank you for being the first Patreon sign up. I love it. Tony Stoll says, sup, dog? Tony Stoll in the house. Okay, so why do people... Oh, come on, focus. The autofocus got crazy there for a second. So, why do people like the airport? So if you remember, I did an extensive video on how to calculate earnings and how you know if you're turning a profit. So if you're watching this and you don't know what that is, go back to my YouTube page, go under the new driver help list. I have like a different playlist you can have, and find the video on how do I know if I'm making money. A real quick 10-second overview of that video. It's the cost to drive your car, you know, like you have to figure out what that is, and you have to take that away from your per mile earnings. So in other words, you have to find out how much it costs to operate your car per mile, because you get paid not by hour, not by passenger, but by distance and time. So you find out how much it costs to operate your car per mile, and then you know how much money you have to make per mile to make a profit. Just a quick example, if you make $1 a mile, Uber takes 25 cents, the IRS takes 25 cents, which leaves you with 50 cents per mile. You operate your car around 30 cents a mile. That means every mile you drive is about 20 cents profit. Now, that being said, every time you drive a dead mile, well, that's money out your pocket. Meaning, for example, let's say you're going to go pick up a PAX and they are 2 miles away. If you drive those 2 miles, you are not being compensated. So that means that's 2 dead miles. You've just lost 60 cents in this scenario, which you have to recoup from driving them. So if that if that PAX only drives 10 miles, well, since you drove 2 miles to get them, that's a total of 12 miles to drive. And that doesn't include the dead miles back. So dead miles become your enemy, especially if you're in a gas-powered car or a non-hybrid gas-powered car. And the more miles you drive, the more it's going to cost in maintenance, the more it's going to cost in gas, the higher the cost. So the excuse me, guys. The theory behind airport runs is that you have less dead miles. Okay, so excuse me. Ugh. Like I said, I'm a little sick. Sorry, guys. Look. So if you are in the airport queue and you're sitting in a lot and you are not driving, you're not losing money. You're losing time, but you're not losing money. Okay? That's why Uber drivers don't want to be on a shift, and Uber drivers don't want city regulation limiting how long they can be online. And that's why the drivers don't want any kind of oversight from anyone telling them how long they can work. Most queues are between 2 and 3 hours, which means you'll only need to take 1 ride every 2 hours. So it's not very much money. In fact, it's a lot less than minimum wage. But if there's no limit like there is in PDX, for how long you can stay logged online. And it doesn't matter, because you can basically do this 24 hours and then sleep in your car, right? So that, I mean, it's the easiest way to do rideshare, and in my opinion, it's also the worst way to do rideshare, because I make more money than anyone in the airport does. It's a fact. You know, it doesn't matter how you calculate it. If you calculate it per mile, per hour, total earnings, anything. But the philosophy is you don't waste any miles by sitting on a lot, and people use taxi cabs and Uber and Lyft when they're going long distances, right? Like they can't get anyone to pick them up. They live far away, so they have to get in a car. Generally, business people fly and take taxis or Lyft and Uber. And business people are far away from the financial district or their hotel that they're staying with. They don't want to rent a car because it's a pain in the ass, so they just get Lyft and Uber from the airport. So you can get anywhere from, you know, like, I'd say the average airport run in Seattle is about between $20 and $30. That's a good run, right? That's a lot of money for one run. The problem is, you know, you're only going to do that once every 3 hours. So if you make $30, you know, every 2 hours, it's less than minimum wage if you're calculating per hour, right? Even if you don't, you know, it's hard to rack up enough rides to make money. I mean, that being said, in an 8-hour shift, that's $120. So, yeah, that's also why drivers like destination filters. Because once they drop the person off, they can turn their car off and set the destination filter for the airport and then just sit there. It's just like sitting at the airport lot, only you're sitting in like a city somewhere or in a hotel somewhere. You just wait your turn and you drive someone back to the airport, or you leapfrog to the airport. A lot of you guys have probably heard of people who cherry pick rides, meaning that they get a ping, they answer the ping, and they call the person, "Where are you going?" And if they're not going towards the airport, they cancel the ride and wait for somebody else. That's called leapfrogging. And they leapfrog from where they drop off the passenger back to the airport, and then they get back in the queue. That way there's no dead miles anywhere. And it's a huge waste of time. But it's not a bad, or I shouldn't say bad, it is a bad way to do business. It's a more efficient way of doing rideshare. Because you always have someone in the car and you don't ever move. And it only works if you're doing it full time and you don't have shit else to do. Because airport drivers, I'm not kidding, do this sometimes 24 hours a day, 5 days a week. The reason that is every hour they get a 3-hour nap if they need it. Throat's getting a little dry. So, I never ever suggest anyone ever get in the airport. It's a terrible idea. It's boring. I understand why people do it. I just think it's a bad idea to do it. I will out-earn any driver. Joshua says, if you want to drive airport, go work for Shell Express. I mean, yeah, but will they pay? Yeah, I mean, they pay per hour. They probably make more than drivers do anyway. But if you're new, and this is a live stream for new people, I can't say it's a bad way to start out. Steve said, love your videos, new to the channel. Hello from New Jersey. Steve in the house. What's up, Steve? I mean, so an experienced driver like me, I'll kill any airport driver. I don't care who it is. Show me an airport driver, show me his earnings, and I will have better books than he will. I'll have more money than he will, and I'll make more per hour than he will. Whatever the measurement is that you want. Hey, look, Joshua, there's your name right there. Patreon Joshua. Woo, there you go. But I've been doing this for a while, so I know what I'm doing. If you're new, you might want to check out the airport maybe a couple of days, maybe just once or twice during slow times, right? So in my market, like between 10 and 2, it's pretty slow. People are at work, they're not doing anything. So Monday through Friday, maybe at 10 o'clock, roll to the airport and check it out. You know, When you're new, you can lose money just as easily, and so at least you're not losing money. I mean, you're losing time. You're wasting time at the airport. But when you're new, I don't think the airport's that bad. It's definitely bad if you know what you're doing. I mean, once you've been doing this for a while, if you're still at the airport, I don't know. There are some scenarios where I think that you should go to the airport, though. If you have to go to the bathroom, almost all airport queue lots have a bathroom. So it's a quick place, you know, to go do your business. Okay. Let's say you have cleaning supplies. Joshua says, yeah, I see it, but I'm learning right now. Keep talking, lol. Okay. So you gotta go to the bathroom. Hey man, you're gonna get rides to the airport anyway. It's a really popular destination for Uber and Lyft. So go to the airport. When you go to the airport, you know, go to the bathroom, vacuum out your car if you have a portable vacuum cleaner, wash your windows. Watch Your Personal Driver on YouTube. You know, walk around. You see a lot of taxi cab drivers and a lot of TNC drivers just walking around, you know, talking in the airport, having a cigarette or whatever, because they're taking what's called a built-in break. Okay, they want to continue to work, but everyone needs to take a break to like eat, clean your car, walk. So just realize when you drop someone off the airport, you know, if you're a little tired, you can take a nap. I always carry a portable pillow. It's about this big. I can keep it in my glove box. Sometimes I drop someone at the airport, you know, I just want to catch a few hours of sleep before I hit the road and grind a little bit. So I park in the airport queue lot. I vacuum out the car. I wash the windows. I go to the bathroom. I put the pillow behind my head. I put my hat down over my eyes, you know, and I get a couple hours of sleep. Okay. So, I mean, if you want to do a built-in break, that's fine. And I'm super guilty of this. So this is tip number 3. So if you're new, check out the airport. If you need a break, okay, clean your car, take a walk, take a nap, go to the airport. 3, and this is a little embarrassing, but I keep it real on this channel, so hashtag keeping it real. I watch Netflix in the airport queue. So when I don't want to work, but I'm out there working, you know, I watched 3 or 4 episodes of Netflix. Steve said, taxi companies in New York City are upset right now. They are losing businesses because of Uber and Lyft. They should think about lowering their fares maybe. Yes. Or you can walk through the parking lots and look for those smart carts. They give you $0.25 per cart. Hey man, that's what the shirt says. See, can you read it? The light? Oh. Rise and grind. So go to the airport and make your $2.50 in carts. Hey man, I mean, you're not doing anything else in the airport queue. Might as well gather carts, right? Steve, about your question. Yes, what you should do right now is take a taxi cab for nostalgia's sake, because they're dead, it's gone. And the reason cabs are more expensive is because cabs have to run out of profit. Uber and Lyft both currently are losing about 60 cents, 40 to 60 cents per mile on average nationwide. Meaning that if you drive 10 miles for Uber, they've lost $6 or maybe $4, $4 to $6. The reason Uber and Lyft are so cheap is because every ride they lose money, because venture capitalists have infused them with cash. So what really rich venture capitalists are trying to do is break the taxi cab industry and destroy it. Same with the like buses and public transportation. What rich people are doing right now is they're supplementing every ride with cash. So it's not that taxis should lose or lower their things, they can't. I mean, honestly, you should be making about $2 a mile in order for Uber to make any money. But that's for a different video. That's not for new drivers. Like, that's kind of like, check out my channel. I talk about stuff like that a lot. So make sure you subscribe down there, Steve, and hit the stupid YouTube bell icon. And go check out my video library, because I talk about that a lot. Taxi cab companies are getting screwed. They should get screwed. It's a terrible business model, but it's not because they're too expensive. It's because they don't have venture capitalists subsidizing their rides. So anyway, Netflix. So like, I really like the Marvel universe on Netflix. So every time a new Marvel show comes out, I know that day I'm going to do airport runs. Because I don't care about making money. Every 2 or 3 episodes, I pick up a customer, I drive them where they're going, I slap my destination filter on, I go back to the airport, and I start watching the rest of those. Hey, guilty as charged, son. I don't care. Steve says, go Uber. Yeah, so I don't care, man. I don't care at all. You can sue me if you want to. It's better than sitting on my couch and not doing anything. So I can watch a full stream of a Marvel show on Netflix in one day and make about $100 to $200. You know, after watching 15 episodes, I'll stream the whole damn thing all day long in the parking lot. You can do the same thing for my videos. Just press play and hang out in the parking lot. But other than those reasons, you should get the hell out of the lot. I mean, I'm serious. Unless it's less than 50 people, I find 1 hour cycles through about 50 cars in Seattle. I don't know what it might be busier or less busy where you're at. So now let's talk about Portland. Portland is probably the best place to be in the airport at all the time. I do not blame anybody in Portland who does airport runs. That parking lot is awesome. So they have running water, like potable, real out of the sink water that you can drink. Like not like temporary porta potties, like real solid toilets with real solid sinks and actual like break area with benches and a microwave and like a sink so you can go get water and stuff like that. Wash your hands, take a load off. They have a patio with umbrella seating. So when it's sunny and nice outside, you can sit outside and chat with people. They have a smoking area designated. They have two DC fast charges for electric car. So if you're doing Tesla or like me, you just do rideshare with an electric car, you can charge your car at the airport, son. That's awesome. Because those of you who watch my YouTube channel, my live streams on Friday and Saturday, you know I can only drive about 100 miles. So if I take one trip at night, that's like 30 miles out of town, I have to charge when I get back. So I would do a lot more airport runs if there was a charger at the airport station, because then I can charge, and instead of wasting my time, I'm just sitting in the queue charging. They got 2 of them, son, and they're going to be super busy all the time. So good on them for that. They have a gas station in their, they have a gas station in their waiting lot. They have fast food restaurants. They're not there yet. They're building the fast food restaurant building. It looks like they're going to have 4. It looks like a Starbucks, a Burger King, and a Subway, and I don't know what the 4th building is going to be. And they have a 7-Eleven. And across the street, if you want to go across the street, they have a food cart. So, yeah, Portland is awesome. Like, you might make less money, but it's way better to do airport in Portland than it is anywhere else. Seattle sucks. Seattle's just an empty parking lot with porta potties, basically. It's not permanent part at all. David C. says, dumb question. Do you pay to charge? That's not a dumb question. That's a good question. Okay, so, whoa, I'm all fuzzy. There we go. So I'm actually in the middle of collaborating with another YouTuber where I'm going to talk more about electric cars specifically. But I do pay $10 a month for a charging service. It is so that's $120 a year to charge. Some of the charges are free with that subscription, and some chargers cost 10 cents a minute. Takes about half an hour to charge my car full on one of those machines. So a full charge is 30 bucks? No, $3. I can't do math. So yeah, $3 a charge. So every 100 miles I pay $3. It's still cheaper than gas. Although there's a lot of places I can do it for free. I love the free charges, but see, everyone loves the free chargers. So you're rolling the dice, right? Because if you're doing rideshare, you need to get in and out. So if I can get in on the free charge right away, that's sweet, because then I don't pay anything. Then it's free. My overhead for that charge is free. 120 is cheaper than gas. Yes, so I've driven 34,000 miles with my electric car, and I have yet to hit the $500 mark. So I don't know what your car does. That's better than even hybrid car. I mean, 34,000 miles. I think I'm at like right over $300 right now total for how much it's costing me to charge my car. So I don't know what your gas bill is, but I guarantee you it's more than $300 a year. Like usually it's like 60 bucks, you know, a week, 30 to 60 bucks a week. So yeah, in 1 year of rideshare, I drove 34,000 miles and I paid just over 300 bucks for charging. That doesn't include how much it costs at my house, but honestly, I can't tell the difference between my electricity bill. So I can't calculate that, but I love my electric car. What model car? Damn, David, you're new and shit, man. Go watch my videos. Go subscribe. Hit the YouTube icon bell, and after this, go look through my playlist. I have a car tour where I show you all about my car, inside and out, what I use and everything. And I'm actually going to do a new video on that too, but that's a different time. So it's a 2016 Volkswagen e-Golf, 100% electric. I got it in Portland when I was down there, and then I drove up to Seattle and moved up here. So back to airports. Here's my business idea. Ready? I'm about to blow your guys' mind. So the only thing that has to stay in the airport is your phone. So Albert says, yeah, Volkswagen. David C says, I am subscribed. I saw a Jetta before. No, it's a Golf. It's a Golf, electric Golf, 2016. So what you should do at the airport is get a like a portable table or something like that you would sell lemonade at, you know, like a little card table, and a bunch of shoe boxes or Tupperware boxes, even that you have around your house. They don't even have to be big. They only have to have a cell phone. And then label them 1 to whatever, 1 to 25. And then you should hold people's phones for $5. That doesn't sound like a lot of money, but you get 10 people's phones, that's $50 an hour you're making watching people's phones. Because here's the thing. Everybody at the airport needs to do shit that isn't at the airport, but they gotta stay there to stay in the queue. So what they do is they ask their buddy, hey buddy, can you watch my phone? Hey buddy, can you watch my phone? So they can go get gas, they can go get something to eat. They're gonna do whatever their business is, right? Like if they got a chip in their window, they want someone to hold their phone at the airport and then go get the window chip fixed. Or whatever, a new tire. Whatever the thing is they need to do, they want someone to hold their phone while they go do it, because 3 hours is a long time. I wouldn't even charge per hour. I just charge it. It's $5 for me to hold it for you. You know, take their phone, put it in your little Tupperware thing, take their $5, wait for them to come back, and that's what you could do all day long, son. You probably make more money doing that than you would doing airport runs. So it wouldn't make money at first, but once people got used to it, everybody's got to do something. Like it's worth it, $5 to go get McDonald's or Denny's and then fill up your tank with gas and come back and then your stuff's full. I mean, you go to the grocery store and buy groceries, drop them off at your house, come back to the airport queue, and then your phone was there. I'm telling you, people would buy it. And so, like, I thought about this a lot. You can't sell refreshments, because that's also what I would do. I'd be like the airport ice cream man and sell soda and watch people's phones. But yeah, you can park in the corner and have yourself a little sign even at the back of your trunk that says cell phone holder, and people will pay you $5. I guarantee you they'll pay you $5 to watch their phone while they go do whatever it is they got to do. Especially if it's an airport that doesn't require hybrid vehicles. Like in Portland, anybody can go there. So like the biggest thing there is how fast can you drive to this gas station, fill up and get back, because you only have 15 minutes. Now every airport's different. It's 5 minutes in Seattle, but you usually have like a small waiting period where you lose your space in line. So when you're waiting 3 hours, yeah, paying $5 to somebody to go get your gas and eat some food is definitely worth it. I'm telling you guys, somebody watching this live stream either right now or watching on the replay is going to do that, and they're going to email me like, dude, I made $75 in cash and all I did was watch phones and then watch Netflix all day long, son. All day long. Seriously, the next time Marvel comes out, I think it's The Punisher is coming out in November. I might watch The Punisher from the Seattle lot and just watch people's phones. Maybe I'll even live stream from it just to see if it works. But anyway, it won't work at first, but if you do it over time, especially Monday through Friday, hella people will buy your service. I'm telling you, you make money for just sitting in that damn airport lot. Mark my words. So, guys, it's now time, okay? I've reached 1,000 subscribers, which means I'm going to go ahead and give away something. So, let's give away the prize. Let me switch over to that monitor. Why isn't it turning on? Also, guys, if you have any questions, feel free to ask, man. Ask away. Ask all the questions you could possibly want. Let's switch over to that monitor. Monitor 2. Transition. Let's get the chat over there. Boom. There's the chat, so you guys can see that. JS says, Aaron, I just started driving last week in upstate New York, getting a lot of 15 to 17 minute runs to get a pickup. How many runs can you ignore before they kick you off? That is a very good question, JS. Let me switch back to the camera. I'll answer that real quick. Okay, so you asked about that. So there's two things. I don't have my phone with me. There's an acceptance rating, and there is a cancellation rating, okay? You cannot be fired for acceptance. If you just keep your phone on and you just never answer anything, you answer 0 pings, they can't fire you. If you just like leave your phone logged into Uber, they will eventually kick you off. Like they call it a break. The excuse is, because they're not allowed to tell you if you can and can't take a ride, because then you're not a contractor, you're an employee. But that's a different video. So they say, oh, well, sometimes people leave their phone logged in and they forget. So we, as a courtesy, log them off. And Lyft even gives you up to 4 hours of a break if you don't accept very many rides. But they won't fire you. Okay, you can have literally an acceptance rating of 0 or 10%. You can only take 1 out of 10 rides if you want to, and they can't fire you for acceptance rating. Now, cancellation rating is something different. That's when, after you've already accepted a ride, if you cancel for whatever reason. The most common thing is you pull up to someone's house, they don't show up. After 5 minutes, you can cancel on that passenger and receive a cancellation fee. That's the most common. But people cancel for all the time. Like, I'll pull up to somebody, and if they look too drunk, cancel, I'm out. I don't want someone throwing up in my car. If I pull up and someone's fighting, like they're fighting with each other, like a couple fighting, deuces. Terry Tips, one of my favorite YouTuber, calls it the pull-off game. He says, your pull-off game has got to be strong. So when you pull up, especially if you're a female, if you pull up and some dude seems creepy, just cancel on him. It's not worth it. Drive off. Ain't no reason to pick up a serial killer. But there's a distinction between acceptance rating and cancellation rating. Once you accept the ping, so the ping is when the screen goes beep, beep, and like there's a big flash and it says, do you want to take this ride? Once you accept that, if you cancel that rating, generally speaking, you have up to 20%. Now, every market is different, okay? For me, in Seattle, it's about 20%. If you keep that below 20%, there'll be no problems. Once you hit 20%, then you start getting emails from both Uber and Lyft, like, hey, don't cancel as much. And those are warning emails. So I call it a soft line and a hard line. The soft line is 20%. If you keep your rating below 20%, you won't get any emails. You start getting emails at 20%. Once you hit 25%, there's a pretty good likeliness they're going to just cut you off. Okay? So don't cancel. Just don't accept the ride if you don't want it. And if you want to, check out Mystro. So if you notice up here, I have all my promo codes. I'll also in the description, when this becomes a replay, have all my promo codes down below. If you sign up for Mystro and use your personal driver, one word, you get a month free. Now you can put all the stuff in there, and that way you don't have to worry about cancellation because it'll only accept the rides you want. That's the beauty of Mystro. So let's switch over now to the subscriber giveaway. Okay, first off, I hope you guys can hear me. Can you guys hear me on the live stream? Doc Rock says, I hope it's something from the sex shop he hangs out at. That's funny, Doc Rocks. No, you know what this is. It's a Samsung 360. Next 492 says, what do you think about the new Uber scam, charging drivers to drive some days and make a little extra? I actually love that promotion. So what Next is talking about is guarantees and bonuses. Like Uber will say, hey, I'll give you an extra $1 a ride if you do 10 rides, and so it's an extra 10 bucks. And any income you can get while doing extra rides is worth it. So I actually don't hate that scam. I mean, all of Uber is a scam. It's a pyramid scheme anyway. But as far as it goes, I like it. Anything that puts extra money in drivers' pockets is good. And an extra $1 a ride is a lot of money. People don't realize that. I mean, people give like 120 rides a week sometimes. So an extra $1 a ride can add up to 120 bucks. That's pretty good. It's not that bad. Next 492. Uber's done much worse things. David C says, totally appreciate the details on your videos. I'm from Pittsburgh. Airport is 16 miles out of downtown. I am checking on lots for Uber. 6 a.m. starting out at airport and then into the city. Not too bad. Not too bad. When you're in the airport queue, just remember to watch your favorite YouTuber while you're waiting down there. JS says, okay, thanks. I was very curious about that. You're welcome, JS. Joshua says, yeah. Scott, don't know how to say that last name. Ketchleon, I guess. Says, Seattle driver here. What's up, Scott? Don't forget to put stickers in the back of your car. They were giving tickets out for that the other day. You got to have tickets in your front window and in back window. JS says, Mystro is confusing to me, but I'll try it. I love Mystro. It's not for everybody. No, it's a different deal, Aaron. Oh, Doc Rots. I'll check it out. Hey, contact me on Twitter or on Facebook or Instagram. And I'll check out. I don't know what you're talking about then, Doc Rocks. I'm sorry about that. I'll look into it. Joshua says, coffee with Scott and Aaron. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, let me go ahead and do this. Samsung 360 dash cam. That's not exactly what I was looking for. Let's just look 360. It'll probably come up there. Yes, this is what I'm giving you. This is what I'm giving away. Gear 360. So you can look 360 degrees, virtual reality, and 4K. I've been doing that for, I promised to give this away at 1K, and I'm at that. So let's see who's going to win. Okay. Draw. Danilyn de la Vega. Entered using Twitter from the Philippines. God damn it, it's going to be so expensive to get it. Now I'm pissed off I did this. God damn it. So that's fun. 1 in 10,000 chances. Is there an alternative to Mystro for the iPhone? No, Dylan, there is not. Let's... Hey, is this her Twitter? Let's inform her right now, guys. I guess I better follow her since I'm going to give her something. And I'll message her. Hey, you just won the contest. Congrats. Woot. Woot. You won on my live stream. Give me your details so I may send you your, I can't spell, you guys, your prize. Oh shit, she doesn't know who I am. Oh, this is your personal driver from YouTube, by the way. Oh, you have 1 week to claim the prize. Okay, guys, if you didn't win, I am sorry. And there were 77 people who didn't win. I'm going to keep this contest open until someone claims the prize. So right now, Danilyn de la Vega has first shot at this prize. And if she doesn't answer, then I will go ahead and give it to the next person on the next live stream. All right, so let's go back over here. Transition. Transition button. Oh, my hat's off. That's embarrassing. You guys can see all my bald spots. How old I'm getting. Okay, so back to business here. Is there an alternative for Mystro for iOS? No. So iOS, let me actually turn this off here so you can see in the background. So iOS has very specific rules pertaining to its apps. And Mystro violates the terms of service of iOS. iOS does not let one app interact with another app. That's against the rules. And that's what Mystro does. It interacts with Lyft and Uber. And soon it'll interact with DoorDash and Amazon Flex and all that stuff too. But as of right now, it's just Uber and Lyft. And because Mystro interacts with Uber and Lyft, iOS won't allow it. So for the immediate future, there is no alternative to Mystro except for Android. So maybe if there's enough pressure on Apple, they'll change their rules. They'll make an exception. We'll see. But right now, Mystro's not coming to iOS because it's too strict of a rule. Doc Rock says, 1 in 1,000 chances. Oh, I see what you did there. JS says, dang. Albert's Baca says, lol. Doc Rock says she doesn't have a car. Hey, yeah, they do Uber in the Philippines with other stuff too. Same with India. Like you can do it on a bike, like a moped or like a bike, or they have like these cool cart things where like you ride on a bike in the front, in the back it's got like seating. It's pretty cool. I'm actually going to do a video on that soon. She probably built it. That is true. Doc Rock says, just a water buffalo. Joshua Wombolt, I'm trying out an app for iOS called RIDESHARE. So far, it's okay. It will actually send an audible alert when Surge is nearby. That's cool. That's good information, Joshua. Jay says she needs to be here to win. Well, that wasn't the deal when I signed up. So if you want to, you can still enter. Go to my 1,000 subscriber contest. Again, it's on my YouTube page, and I'll leave it open until someone claims the prize. So, you know, feel free to enter even though it's a little late now. Sign it, your Nigerian prince. Doc Rocks, that's a really funny comment. Yeah, sign it, your Nigerian prince. I should do that. David C says, she will get that and think that you're a Nigerian prince giving him away millions. Yeah. Well, actually, she's a pretty good subscriber. She emails me a lot and comments a lot on my stuff, so I'm pretty sure she'll know who I am. So, I mean, I know I'm sorry for the other guys who signed up. Like 77 people entered, and I'm sorry for the 76 who didn't win, but I'm kind of glad she won. I always like it when the subscribers who interact with me are the ones that win, and just because I know them, you know. I mean, but I did it. You can see I did it on a computer, so I didn't choose. I didn't choose friends. It was just random. David C says, lol, DOC rocks. Yeah, I agree. Scott says, the wind is kicking. Oh, dude, it's bad right now. That's no joke. It's raining sideways here in Washington. Dylan Adams says, oh, well, looks like I'm ditching the old iPhone. Yeah, here's the thing. The company, Apple sucks now, okay? It was a truly innovative company, and now it's just a name brand, and they spend more money on branding than they do on research. The new iPhone that's coming out has technical specs on it that Galaxy came out, or not Galaxy, that Samsung came out with on their Galaxy 6. I mean, the current iPhone isn't even waterproof. And they don't have earbuds. You can't use earplugs and earphones. And those wireless ones, they're not very good, man. I like my audio quality, so I'll pay extra for earphones that are good, and they won't work with iPhone. It's just a bad company right now. Doc Rock says, RIDESHARE is in beta and pretty glitchy. I don't know. I don't have an iPhone, so I don't know. Jess says we need a Mystro tutorial video. That would be really helpful. They're out there. I guess I could do that. The problem is I'm certified to drive Lyft in Oregon still. I like going down to Oregon to do Lyft. And I'd have to qualify up here in Washington. I don't know if I want to do that or not. What's up, Johnny?
It's upstairs.
Come here. Come here. Say hi to everybody. I'm on YouTube right now, buddy. Come here. Come here, dude. What are you waiting for? What are you doing? Oh, you're getting chocolate? Come here. You woke the baby up. I can hear him crying. I gotta get the baby. Say hi to YouTube.
Hi, YouTube.
You eating chocolate pretzels?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, dude, get out of here. Go back down and play stairs. I'll be right down there, okay? Okay. Albert says wireless charging, which Samsung had a long time ago. Yeah. I didn't even know that you couldn't wireless charge Samsung. I've been wireless charging my cell phone since the Samsung Galaxy 5. That was 3 years ago. I mean, that's Johnny, close the door! No, you didn't. How can you drive in different areas besides the one I'm in now? So, to answer your question, my brother is having a baby, and so I changed my Lyft certification to Oregon. So I'm qualified to drive in Oregon on Lyft, and I'm qualified to drive in Washington on Uber. The reason I did that is once my brother has his wife has the baby, I'm gonna go down and help him with the new baby, and I'm also gonna drive, for Uber or for Lyft down there, because you can only drive in one state. Oregon and Washington don't let you switch over. Some places, like on the East Coast, you can go across state borders and it's no problem because the states are so small. But you can only drive in Washington with Uber and Lyft and vice versa. So I currently do Lyft now in Oregon. So that's why I wouldn't be very good at a Mystro video, but I guess I could kind of do one. I don't know. Anyway, so if there's no more questions, I'm going to do one more announcement and then I'm going to stop the broadcast here, guys. We still got a lot of people watching, so that's super exciting. You guys are awesome. So I hit 1,000 subscribers, which is fantastic. That means my channel is now officially a YouTube channel. When you're below 1,000 subscribers, you don't get all the benefits as a full-fledged YouTube channel. So it's like an upward battle. Doc says Colo and Wyo is cool. Maybe Colorado and Wyoming is cool. I'm not sure what that means. I guess I'm an idiot. I'm not cool, so I don't know all the cool terms. So that means, one, you can do a super chat. So if you want to donate money to the channel via super chat, you can do that at the bottom of the chat thing. And there's also one more way you can support the channel. Next stop is verified, right? No, I'm good. I'm all verified. There's literally nothing else I can do. 1,000 subscribers. I have everything. I have live chat capabilities, both states. Yeah, that's what I thought at first. The last thing I needed to do is get super chat on my live streams and Patreon. Cool. That's cool, Doc Rots. That's cool. So this is the last thing here. This is what's called Patreon. And you can see I have one patron who subscribed at the $10 level, and I get 9 of that. So I'm doing 2 things on Patreon, guys. I'm trying to raise $240 for a light system. And I'll show that to you here. What this is called is a ring light. And see, it sits on your camera thing right here, and then your DSLR camera, which is where I record my videos, goes right in here. See, here's a picture of it. So that way I can get rid of my lamp. Okay, that's the first thing I'm going to do with the Patreon money. The second thing I'm going to do is, oh, that's not the second thing, is get Adobe. And that is this right here. It costs $49 a month to get the Creative Cloud, so Photoshop, video editing software and stuff like that. And then last thing I want is a chair, because my chair is uncomfortable. So when you do this, you get access to all my live streams for $1 a month. For $2 a month, I'll put your name on my live stream. For $5, I'll do any kind of video you want me to. For $10, I'll do a personal video. So if you got to ask somebody to prom or break up with somebody or tell your boss to fuck off, I'll promote your business or I'll give you everything. So there's different things you can do here, guys, and it's cool because I'll be doing Patreon only posts. See, or make your post, and then you guys can talk amongst yourselves in the community here. And the reason that Patreon exists is because YouTube creators. What if I gave you that money for Adobe Editor on Friday? Well, I'm not going to say no. Celebrate 100 the Uber way with Coke and hookers. Okay. Joshua, actually Friday, I'm driving my kids to California. They're going to spend a week with their grandparents. So I'm driving down there. So actually, my live stream this weekend, Friday and Saturday, is actually going to be me on the road. But I won't be doing Uber. I'll be driving with my kids. So you guys can watch that and talk with me there if you want to. Wyoming is $1.87 per mile. Get the fuck out of here. David C says, hi, kiddo. Yeah, well, but I'll text you all offline, Joshua, man. I'll appreciate that if you could do that. Yeah, I'm using all the stuff I have right now is basically free. I mean, I could give you a tour. This desk right here, you can see there's like scratches and holes in it. This is a free desk. I got this desk on the side of a road with a sign that said free. This monitor, which has got all my stuff on it, was a hand-me-down monitor. My friend, his name is Jay, gave me the monitor when he upgraded. This monitor back here was a birthday present when I turned 25, so it's 5 years old. These headphones I bought, these are $15 headphones. This lamp is a $25 desk lamp. Woo! So yeah, and the software I use to edit my videos is actually a free software. So it limits me for what I can do as far as video editing goes. So I really appreciate that. Shit, Friday's gonna suck. Oh, because you wanted the live stream? I appreciate that. But anyway, what Patreon does is it allows YouTubers to get money that they normally wouldn't get. So for every commercial that you watch, I get 1/4 cent. That's what the average is. So I average 1/4 of 1 penny per ad view. So new YouTube creators don't make a lot of money. Now, if I had 1 million subscribers and my videos were getting hundreds of millions of views, well, then yeah, I mean, 1/4 of a penny is a lot when you multiply it by 100 million. But most YouTubers under 100,000 subscribers only make money from Patreon because think about it. $1 a month is more than I'll make on all the videos I make in a month. So anyway, I won't talk about this anymore. This will be the only video where I really talk about it on the live stream. But I did want to point out that that's an option now for you guys if you like this channel and you want to support it. And obviously I'd appreciate it if you would do that, because now that I'm at 1,000 subscribers, I really think that there is interest in this YouTube channel. And so I'd like to run it more professionally. I mean, look at my background. These are just sheets. You can see they're all wrinkled and shit. So, I can actually get like a real background stand and real lighting and record in editing software that's better and stuff like that to provide a better product for you guys. One long-term goal is I want to do this, like with this banner here like this and this computer system and all this stuff. I like to have this exact box, only on this side of me have my phone, like right here, doing the Uber stuff that you see on my live streams. So you can still see my face, you can still see the chat box, and then you can still see the phone and everything. Hey, what's up, Johnny? Oh, did you draw me a picture? Look what my son drew me. Look at that, that's awesome. Thank you, Johnny, I love it. But to do that, I would need a laptop with having had enough power in it to process OBS live stream in the back of my car. So I haven't figured out how to do that yet. But anyway, so thank you for watching, guys. I'm going to cut the live stream off now. You can ask me more questions. If you got more questions, I'll answer them. Just you know, consider maybe signing up for Patreon, and that'd be awesome. For $1 a month, what I'll do is every time I'm in the car, regardless of what time it is or what day of the week it is, I'll turn on the live stream for the Patreon people, and you guys can watch me all the time in the car if that's something you like. So anyway, deuces, guys. Have a good one.